I got a freebie in the mail of from Emergency vitamin C supplements that you can put into water and drink. I did the raspberry one. I drank some of the water out because you're supposed to put it into like 6 ounces or something like that. It's fizzy, so it's kind of like drinking Alka-Seltzer. I will drink it to get my vitamin C, but I don't have to like it. It smells. Want to smell it? See, smell. Oh, yeah, oh. I have several of them here. That was raspberry. There's pink lemonade, super orange, cranberry pomegranate, and this one is an immune booster, citrus. System support with vitamin D. So thank you whoever signed me up for that freebie. Oh. Happy Saturday. I'm here this weekend. Let's take another drink. The quicker I drink it, the quicker it'll be gone, right? Oh, that was a big swig. Kitty's right there. Hi, Kitty. She's had some treats. My hair's going everywhere. Dad is... that stuff. He called me a little bit ago, wanted me to order chicken from across the street, so it was going to take him like a half an hour. So he's going to sit downtown and watch The Thrill on the Hill. He said there are a lot of people down there. He said it's a lot better than it was last year, and he said it's just people going down, shoom, 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 and the line goes all the way down the hill. So, or all the way up the hill, I should say. So Dad's like, they're having a good day for it. And since it's on where it's positioned, they get a lot of break from the wind. They don't get a lot of wind there. So that makes it nice. So it's good that they had a nice day for it this year. Because the last 2 winters were so... first year was good. It was their year before last. And last year they were trying different things and it didn't quite work out. And oh, man, burping it's twice as bad as drinking it. And last year, they, the city bought their own snow machine because by the time they rented one, if they had to do it several seasons, they could have had bought one. So they just invested and bought their own snow machine. So that works out. And I guess Dad said there's a guy with a pack and a sprayer, and they spray down the hill to ice it down to let them go faster. So Dad said it's working out pretty well. If I had known that's where he was going to go watch, I would have sent him with the video camera, but I did not know. Because he said he was going to go to the store. I'm going to the store, he said. But, Dad's a roamer like me. I got it from him. You never know where he'll end up. And he's also the type of person who'll go to the store for like 2 things and come back with 2 bags. He baked a cake, not yesterday, but the day before. And he's like, I'm going to bake a cake. Tell me what kind of cakes are in there. So I went through and listed the ones we had and what kind of frosting we had. And he chose a dark chocolate cake and that pecan coconut frosting, like a German chocolate cake would be. And so I put it all out, set him on the counter, and that night I smelled him baking it. And I had laid down, tried to take a nap, and I woke up and I think I took a little bit of a nap that evening. And he was so proud. He goes, look, I even got it frosted and it's ready. So I had a piece of cake with some ice cream on it. Then yesterday he brought a piece into my cousin, and then today he ate the last piece. I'm like, how'd that happen? He said, I had a piece, Ronnie had the piece, and the rest is gone. He is a cake-eating mofo. He eats cake for breakfast. He wants to make another cake already. I'm like, he just cracks me up. He's always like, you snooze, you lose. I'm like, you're not supposed to inhale a whole cake in a day and a half. But apparently the humper does. The humper likes cake. So yeah, I was making fun of him this morning. And they're still telling people not to really get out on the roads. The winter it's just blowing everything shut. It's just not good. So I don't have to go out anyway. I would like to, but, you know, I don't need to. Kitty, do you want some of this? Huh? You want some of this? Do you? No, I didn't think so. Don't blame ya. I know it's good for you, but can't they make stuff taste better? Come on now. It smells like Alka-Seltzer. I'll get this done after I do my video. I'm going to chug it. I'm going to chug, chug, chug. I need to find the sheet of paper I had with all of my pets on it to talk about that. I might have to do it again because I cannot find it. That was something. I know I talked about it ages and ages ago. I don't even think I was that thorough. I've had a lot. Being an only child, you kind of have pets. You know, my dad grew up out in the country, and he had all kinds of, like foxes and squirrels, and they always had all kinds of pets. And that was the one thing my grandma Humphreys always made sure that she'd always tell Dad. Why did I call him Neil all of a sudden? She'd tell Dad, now Neil, that's why, because that's okay. Now I figured out why. Your daughter has no brothers and sisters, so you better make sure she always has a pet of some sort. Yeah. So. Yep. Oh, and I asked Dad today, I said, when was our house built? And he said he thinks 1952, because some of the original cement work in that front porch has, someone wrote in there with their finger 1952. So somewhere around there, they're thinking. He's thinking. That's what he's gauging it on. And then he also told me that, because there's a house next to us, and then us, and then two more houses. No. Yeah, 2 more houses going the other direction. And we all have long lots. And apparently, at one point, Dad said, there had been plans to put a road to cut these lots in half, so there would be half-acre lots. And, so they could fit more houses in this community. But that never happened. So, we have a long lot. Now, our neighbor, their lot was the same size as ours, but they had a house at the very end of their property, which, because originally our neighbors, they were called the Wallaces. They built their house there. Wiley and Edith. Yeah. Wiley only had that many fingers on one hand. A thumb and half a pinky. It got cut off in a cement thing. But they built their house there, and then they put a house on the back of their property for his mom. So she lived back there. And then when she passed away, that property was sold off as its own lot. So then they had still quite a long lot, but not as long as ours. And then they sold their house and moved away. And another lady bought it, Mrs. Fisher. And Dad loved having her next door. She was a yard person too. So they were always constantly mowing and keeping their grasses all looking nice. And then it was becoming a lot for her to do. She was a single woman by herself. And our neighbors, Tom and Lois, Tom had passed away, they lived on the other side of town in a big 2-story house. They didn't have any kids home anymore, and they wanted something smaller. And Dad went over to Mrs. Fisher and said, would you be interested in selling some of your land? Like a lot for a house. And she's like, sure. And so he set up Tom with talking to her, and they came to a price, and so Tom and Lois bought a lot off of her. And then they put a prefabbed house there, and then then we had another house there. So then now the house next to us, their lot's just like a little corner lot now, and we still have the long strip. Yeah, our neighborhood's changed a bit over the years. There's one place in the back of the neighborhood, it was all woodsy, and there was a trail, a bike trail that the neighborhood kids would all go in and drive through, because it was like hilly, and go around and through. And then they developed it, and then there was no bike trail anymore. That made me so mad. I'm like, dang it! Because me and my friends, you know, we used to go biking a lot and go play in the creek. And the creek seemed ginormous when you were a kid, and you look at it now and you're like, that's just a tiny little creek. But I used to swim in it when I was a kid, thinking it's like a swimming pool. Now, I just can't imagine swimming in that muddy mess. Oh, I was a tomboy. I like to go out in the neighborhood and get in the dirt and all that crap. So yeah, most of my cousins I played with were male. Like Ronnie, who I had my business with, and his brother Greg, I played with them a lot. Mainly the times I got to hang out with them is when we were out at Grandma and Grandpa Humphreys' house, out in the country. We'd go back and like dig a pit and kind of make a fort. And Grandpa had this old trailer, camper trailer out back that we'd play in or camp out at. And Grandpa had a hen house. That was one thing I would never do. I would never grab an egg out from under a chicken. My hand was not going underneath the hen's butt. Nope. Grandpa used to always say, go get the eggs. I'm like, nope. I'll watch you do it. I ain't doing it. They scared me. Then he had a rooster named Big Red. Mean. He would chase you. They used to have to pin him up because he was like a guard dog, only he was a chicken, and he would chase you off the property. He was just a... I remember seeing my grandma have to take a rake one time and just hit him just to try to get him back into his pen. He was not nice. Not nice. Oh, the good old days. Alright. What time is it? 3 o'clock. Dad should be across the street at the store picking up chicken. That's for dinner later on tonight. I'm not even hungry right now. Once I drink this bottle of water, I'll have like a swimming pool swishing around in my belly. So, tonight's going to be chicken and baked potato night. What you going to have? Anything good? Okay, I'm just babbling all over the place, so see ya.